the story of Zeus, king of the gods in Greek mythology. Zeus, the supreme ruler of Mount Olympus, the heavenly abode of the Greek gods, governed not only the gods, but all mortals as well. Revered as the father of gods and men, Zeus was the divine master of the sky, wielding control over lightning and thunder. He was the youngest child born to the Titans, Cronus and Rhea. Cronus, gripped by fear after a prophecy warned that one of his children would one day dethrone him, took the drastic step of swallowing each newborn. One by one, he devoured Demeter, Hestia, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon. But Zeus escaped this fate. His mother Rhea, desperate to save her last child, tricked Cronus by hiding baby Zeus and giving Cronus a swaddled stone instead. Zeus was raised in secret in a sacred cave on the island of Crete, a place known as the Dictyon Antron. His caretaker was a mystical goat named Amalthea. To ensure Cronus would not hear the cries of his hidden child, a group of fierce warriors known as the Curetes surrounded the cave, clashing their spears against their shields and dancing with great noise to mask the infant's sounds. Rhea's deception succeeded. Unbeknownst to Cronus, Zeus grew up in safety, nurtured by the earth goddess Gaia and divine nymphs on Crete. As he reached adulthood, Zeus began preparing for a confrontation with his tyrannical father. But before waging war, Zeus liberated the fellow Titans who had been imprisoned by Uranus. These Titans, much like Cronus, had once tried to overthrow their father but had failed. Grateful for their release, the Cyclopes, a race of one-eyed giants, gifted Zeus his most formidable weapons: thunder, the blazing thunderbolt, and lightning. Armed with his new divine arsenal, Zeus confronted Cronus in battle. Using his immense power, he overpowered his father and forced him to regurgitate the siblings he had swallowed. Zeus then divided the realms among his brothers and sisters. Demeter was granted dominion over agriculture. Poseidon was given control of the seas. Hades received the underworld. Hestia was entrusted with the hearth and domestic harmony. Eventually, Zeus took his sister Hera as his wife, and together they ruled alongside other Olympian gods and goddesses from atop Mount Olympus. Their reign marked the beginning of a new era. However, peace did not last long. The vanquished Titans, resentful and power-hungry as ever, rebelled against Zeus's rule. This uprising ignited the infamous Titanomachy, a brutal war between the old Titans and the new Olympian gods. The conflict raged for 10 long years. In the end, Zeus triumphed. He cast the defeated Titans into the dark abyss of Tartarus, assigning the monstrous Hecatoncheires as eternal guards to watch over them. One of the most famous myths involving Zeus features the Titan Prometheus, once a loyal ally. At Zeus's command, Prometheus created the first humans, shaping them from clay. Athena, Zeus's daughter, breathed life into the clay figures, giving them spirit and intelligence. But harmony did not last. Prometheus deceived Zeus during a ritual involving animal sacrifice. As a result, the gods were tricked out of receiving the best portions of meat, which enraged Zeus. In retaliation, Zeus stripped humanity of fire. Undeterred, Prometheus stole it back from the heavens and gave it to the mortals once more. This act of defiance demanded a harsh punishment. Zeus chained Prometheus to a rocky peak and sent an eagle to tear at his immortal liver every day. Since Prometheus's liver regenerated each night, his torment continued endlessly. To punish humanity for Prometheus's crime, Zeus devised another cruel plan. He ordered Hephaestus and Athena to create the first woman, Pandora. The gods endowed her with beauty and numerous gifts, but also gave her a sealed container, warning her never to open it. Predictably, curiosity overtook her, just as Zeus had foreseen. When she opened the container, she unleashed countless evils upon the world: death, war, disease, famine, and more. Until that moment, humans had lived immortal and peaceful lives. Now they were mortal and plagued with suffering. Only hope remained inside the container once it was closed again. Sitting atop his majestic golden throne on Mount Olympus, Zeus was adored by all. Many mortal kings claimed they were his descendants, using divine lineage to assert their legitimacy. With great power came great responsibility. The ancient poet Hesiod described Zeus as a bringer of peace and justice who replaced chaos with order. He was often titled the Lord of Justice. Though married to Hera, the goddess of marriage and monogamy, Zeus was infamous for his many romantic affairs with both mortals and deities. His lovers included Aegina, Alcmene, Calliope, Cassiopeia, Demeter, Dione, Europa, Io, Leda, Leto, Mnemosyne, Niobe, and Semele. From these unions came many powerful and notable offspring, among them Athena, Apollo, Artemis, Aphrodite, Hermes, Ares, Hephaestus, Persephone, Dionysus, Perseus, Heracles, Helen of Troy, Minos, and the 9 Muses, each playing a crucial role in the mythological tapestry of Greece. Zeus was typically depicted holding a royal scepter in one hand and a thunderbolt in the other, symbols of his unrivaled authority. He sometimes wore a crown of oak leaves, as the oak tree was sacred to him. Alongside his brothers Poseidon and Hades, Zeus was one of the 3 most powerful gods in the Greek pantheon. In fact, it was widely believed that Zeus was more powerful than all the Olympian gods combined. Even other gods feared him, and often sought to deceive him rather than face him directly. As the god of the sky, Zeus had total dominion over the weather, ruling over clouds, lightning, rain, winds, and storms. He directed the passage of stars, the rising and setting of the sun and moon, and even controlled the span of mortal lives. He could alter or remove the powers of any god or goddess, including his children and siblings. His lightning bolt, crafted by the Cyclopes, was the most devastating weapon in the cosmos. It could split mountains, vaporize entire islands, boil oceans, and destroy cities. It was so powerful, it could even obliterate other gods and titans. Zeus was worshipped across the entire Greek world. Kings revered him as their patron and ultimate judge. His desire to maintain peace among the gods mirrored the Greek yearning for unity and justice in a world of competing and often warring city-states. Zeus was not merely a sky god. He embodied the highest ideals of divine authority and moral order, an awe-inspiring figure that reflected what the ancient Greeks both feared and aspired to. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more ancient legends and folklore, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to StorySeeker. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss a new story. See you in the next adventure.